Hey guys, this is Derek Gomes from 2 Airgun Nerds. We're out here today at my father-in-law's place. It's been raining all weekend. It's muddy and miserable and just pretty shitty all around. What we got here today is the Gamo Dynamax. People say it's pretty much based on the BSA Sportsman HV. This is 177 caliber. It's my first 177 caliber PCP, so I'm pretty jazzed to try it out and see what it's really capable of. Today at the range, we're just gonna what I'd like to start doing off at first is doing the chrony test, and I don't want to just see how much velocity I'm getting out of the gun. I'm also wanting to see how many shots per fill I'm going to get out of this air tube. My buddy Albert, also on this channel, he's been getting about 30 shots out of this gun, give or take, and so that's about what I'm expecting. But the chrony numbers are gonna show me what it's really all about. So I'm gonna stop talking and let's get to do some shooting. Alright guys, we're going to start the chrony test today with the tin can Premier Ultras. It's 10.5 grain. It's supposed to be, I don't know, I guess they're supposed to be the cheaper version of Premiers, so that's what I got, and that's what we'll be using today in conjunction with our accuracy test later, which are going to be a pretty large variety of pellets, but really want to see which one's gonna show the best accuracy out at about 50 yards, and I'll probably just stick with that one after that. Real quick, the mag, I love this thing. This thing is freaking beautiful. It's the simplest thing. You take a pellet, you put it in the thing, and you rotate it, and you repeat. And that's it, guys. It's out of all the FX, Rapid, all those air guns that I've shot, this has got to be my favorite mag to load and just to play with. The whole construction is all steel, so it's a pretty heavy duty magazine. The downside with this is replacement mags are going to cost you about 80-90 bucks depending on where you go. So that's that. Alright, I'm going to stop yammering. I'm actually going to shoot the dang thing. Insert the mag. Pretty easy. You put it in there. That's it. Make sure that little boss at the end is in its little hole. That's your magazine retention clip, and now the pellet's loaded into the breech. Alright, let's start the test.
Alright guys, I'm going to cut the whole chronograph clip short just because of time constraints, and also because it's just a really big editing nightmare to get both screens showing the chronograph and me shooting at the same time, over 30 shots. But here's the numbers for you. Average was 35 feet per second with extreme spread of 28 feet per second over 30 shots with a low of 915 feet per second, giving us all averaged out about 20 foot-pounds of energy. And that was consistent through all my tests. So for the field target guys looking to get into it, this would probably be a great gun for that. It's shooting right out of the box at 20 foot-pounds, and it's accurate to boot. So anyways, we're going to move on to the next clip of the accuracy testing.
Alright guys, I shot about 4 mags through it. It's about what I expected. However, I do think I filled the gun too high. So and looking at the results here, I don't even think you should fill it up to 3,365. I think the sweet spot's probably at between 3,200 and 3,300. After the 10th shot, it just jumped up to 938 feet per second. So probably I filled it too high. I'm going to do it again and fill at 32 or probably 33 and see what the fill with the damn velocity is from that point. I'll do that later. What we're going to move on to now is 30-yard accuracy test. We're going to be shooting the Premier 10.5. We're going to be shooting some other pellets. I believe it's the Barracuda Powers. We're also going to be shooting the Barracuda Hunters, which was I've got some Predator Polymags. I've also got the JSB Heavies and the JSB Monsters, which are the 13 grainers. I'm going to shut the hell up and we're going to get to shooting. Okay guys, here's the results. This bottom target, that was the Crosman Premier's 10.5 Crosman Premier Heavies out of the 10. My lead dust collector on there, or moderator, whatever you want to call it, I thought it was kind of screwing with it at this range, so I tried another group with the same pellet right there, and it seems about the same. About 2 pellet holes, both 5 shots. So I put it back on, and then I shot the JSB Heavies, which are these, which really surprised that these didn't do as well as I thought they would. Seems either there's some bad pellets in there. This target over here is the one I'm really excited about. Those are the JSB Monsters. Those are the 13 grain JSBs. That's all a little ragged hole. Let's take these little babies out to 50 yards and see what they do. But first, we still got 3 more pellets to try. We got okay guys, yep, still recording. Okay, what we shot in this one, there's this little high from the puppy. That's my German Shepherd. He's not even a year old yet, and he's damn nearing 90 pounds or so. Anyways, he's out here chilling with me today. Okay, so here's the groups. This first one right here, that was the Barracuda Powers. That was the Kodiak. I don't know. The Barracudas, I think, are Kodiak copies. But these are copper coated, and as you can see, those did really, really well. Actually, a lot better than I expected. And it might just be that this barrel prefers maybe copper coated pellets. There's a lot of barrels out there, with the Marauders, for example, that shoot the field target specials, and these Kodiak copper coateds they shoot them really well, because usually Marauders are really pellet picky. But anyways, this is the Dynamax. So those did really well. Came over here, and these are the Barracuda Hunters. Basically, I think it was just the Barracuda pellet with a hollow point notched into it, and those kind of sucked. So as you can see, we got 2 flyers. I'm not going to be confident with that pellet. I moved up to the Polymags, the Predators, and those shot pretty decent. I pulled one shot, that very top shot, I pulled that one. So the group would have been a little bit smaller, but you know, at 30 yards that's not bad for these specialty pellets like that. I went ahead and shot another pellet, the Beam and Cro-Magnums. Alberts had said that, you know, these did pretty well in his gun. Unfortunately, they didn't do too well in my gun, and that just proves the point that, you know, each gun is different. So, you know, you can take all my testing with a grain of salt. Either way, you're gonna have to do your own pellet test to see what's going on with that. But this is just to give you a general idea of what might be good. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move the target down to, I said 50 yards, but do y'all want to do 50 yards? Let's do 50 yards. I was going to move it out to 60 since we're already here at 30, but let's guys. Then I think we'll take it to 100 and see what it does there. Alright guys, we're here at 50 yards now, and I'm gonna test 4 pellets. It's gonna be the Barracuda Powers, the Predator Polymags, the 13 grain JSB Monsters, and shit, what was the other one? I think the Crosman Premier 10.5. Sorry about that. Just in case you don't believe me, which I don't really care, but there's 50 yards. That's my shooting bench over there, and so we're gonna do a 5-shot group of each pellet. So, here we go. Okay guys, that's the Barracuda Power. That did pretty well. The paper's a little bit torn, but still a really good group at 50 yards. That was the 13 grain JSB. I accidentally shot 6 shots, and that actually did really crappy. I was expecting it to do a lot better since it showed a lot of promise at 30 yards, but that's just the nature of it, man. You gotta do all your range testing before you really pick out a pellet that you're gonna use exclusively for the gun. There's the Crosman Premier 10.5s. That shot to the right, I pulled it, and that's a damn good group right there. That's a single hole at 50 yards, guys. And this is a sub $400 air rifle, so I mean, you shoot rapids. That's about as doing as good as rapids and FXs and guns like that. It's a really good group. Predators. Once again, I accidentally shot. Well, no, I didn't. I shot 5 shots. Not great. I mean, the groupings speak for themselves. That's not a great group for this distance. For the camera back up, I'm gonna refill the gun because that's 20 shots right there. So I need to refill it to give you guys the optimum kind of accuracy that's gonna be getting out of this gun. So let me go do that, and we'll shoot some more groups. Okay, guys, Barracuda Powers didn't do as well as the first one. I don't know what's going on. I may be getting a little bit fatigued or whatnot. Crosman Premier groups were a little bit wider than the last group, and could also be I need to clean the barrel. I haven't cleaned or done anything to this barrel, or modified the gun, or adjusted the power, or anything. This is just straight out of the box, and this is what we're getting. So, I guess we're gonna take the CP 10.5s out to 100, and just throw the Barracuda Powers away, and see what these, because consistently these Crosman Premier Heavies are the way to go in this particular gun, or in my particular gun. It might be different for yours or whatever. So we'll take it out to 100, and we'll see what happens.